Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here with Nala and her trainer Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is her ability to understand and respond to her formal obedience commands. The correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction that we might need to give, and the only correction that we give here at school is a tug and let go on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Nala has been fitted with her very own training collar, and she will be coming home with it, and you'll be taught how to use it properly during your follow-up training session. Now she is sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all formal obedience training is done. And the first exercise that Fred's going to demonstrate for you is the heel. The command is Nala heel, and at this point Nala has a job to do. And that is to focus more on you than everything that's going on around her. And when you stop walking, she has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. And it's very important that you get that focus that Fred has from her, with her looking up at you and respecting you, because if she doesn't, that's when she goes after small animals. If she thinks that you're not in charge, then she'll be in charge. So it's very important that you practice with her. The next exercise that Fred's going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command, and you should practice this exercise indoors as well as outdoors. Now she got up, so Fred told her no, pulled straight up on the leash, had her sit again, and told her to stay again. She must complete the exercise as it was taught. When Fred returns back to her, he walks all the way around her as an additional distraction, and she should remain seated until she gets her next command. Fred gives her a little pat for praise, and they take off heeling again. But if you notice the bond between Nala and Fred, you're going to notice her focusing on him. I just had another dog out here with her, and she was fine. But if she has somebody on the end of the leash who she thinks she doesn't know what they're doing, she'll give you a hard time. So practice is really, really important with her. And I know that we're going to be working with you on off-leash things and stuff as she matures, so we're going to be seeing her again. Now this time, instead of returning back to her, Fred is going to do the recall, or the come on command. He uses her name, he lightens his tone just a little bit, and she comes right in front and sits facing his knees, and then she goes back to heel position. Everything starts and stops with the dog on your left seated. And they go back to heeling. Fred leaves her in another sit-stay. He's going to demonstrate that recall exercise again for you. And her coming and sitting right in front of you is so much better than her coming and jumping all over you. So continue to practice that as well. And if you keep your eye on Fred's left arm, and I don't know if you can see it too good in the video, if she's not right with him, he gives her a correction so that she knows to stay focused. Now this time, he's going to demonstrate the down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, left open palm, straight down toward the ground on the one-word firm command to stay.
No. Stay.
The long down stay, when you're practicing at home, you can start out at about 1.5 minutes and work up to 5 minutes. This is a very important command, and again, this command can be practiced right indoors. Put your training equipment on and practice with her. When Fred returns back to her, he walks all the way around her as an additional distraction. She should remain lying there. He returns to heel, and then he gives her another command. So heel is a position as well as an activity. She stays right with him. She's looking up at him. And that's what you want. You want that focus between the trainer and the dog. Going to demonstrate the down from a heel one more time. And this time, instead of returning back to her, he's going to call her, and you're going to get familiar with these commands and be able to mix them up and have fun with them. Back to heel and back sitting. Very good. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. So you're going to have your dog seated at your left. You leave her in a stay. You walk out to the end of your training leash to face the dog. You use your right hand to give the command and drop her into a down from a distance. That was perfectly done. Now we've demonstrated for you all of the formal basic obedience commands on leash. Your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that you're going to be practicing with her until they're absolutely perfect, with and without distractions. If you need our help, please feel free to call. She's come a long way in a short time, and we're very proud of her. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.